Friday the 18th September. Got the power hour on. This thing is a lump, I tell you, it's heavy. We were hoping to at least get going by today, but we've had a few showers come through and weather conditions just haven't quite been there yet. But it's looking like things are going to open up for us into the weekend and next week. Got the power hour on. A neighbour of ours is hoping to get a seedbed for grass tomorrow. It's one of those, you know, you've just got to go when the opportunity presents you, and he would like some help with that. Me and Farmer are putting a drain along here. Started here, went all the way up to the straw stack. I was going to show you some of that, but we've just been, one, I am just swamped with computer work and I don't need any more. But basically you dig a trench all the way along. We've got some outfalls into this ditch down here. Dig a trench all the way along, put your pipe in at the bottom, then fill it in with shingle. We had a nightmare. Farmer was tipping the tipper, and it's just easier when you've got the window open to, you've got to be precise where you're going, you see. And the pipe burst, sent a load of oil in the tractor, so we had a day ditching, then soon turned to cleaning. So, but it's in, it's ready. We'll drill over top of it. It might look a bit here and there, but Keithy will Cultimax it and have it somewhat like winter wheat going in here. We're going to grass it, but changed our mind on that. So going winter wheat with it. So this headland here always lays wet, so we've just put an extra drain there that hopefully the mould will pick up another day. Farmer's he's been out and done a bit of spraying. It's been a bit windy this week, so he's had to take his opportunities here and there and everywhere to get a bit of spraying done. Hoping to put some barley in on Saturday. Today is Friday. No, today is Thursday. We've got two nice warm windy days. Not ideal for spraying, but the barley is sprayed off, so I've got a day's worth there I can drill and get started on. And I think tomorrow it's looking like a nice opportunity for Farmer to spray, so he's going to go and do that. There ain't no water in the ditches yet, but we've had 3 or 4 inches over the last 3 weeks. I would say it's close to 4 inches now. So we've had plenty of rain, which is good for the seed beds. That means everything's going to knock down really nice. Keith will come through with a Cultimax. It's going to be a lovely job. As long as it stops raining long enough so we can drill it. The top needs to be dry, and then we'll go in with a drill. We had some nice, a nice update with our cable. We've got an AMS cable, and that works with an AMS camera. So this simple option is to buy an AMS camera. It's like this brand up here, AMS. We're not going to bother with the old drill because I don't want to drill any more holes in the old drill. The new drill will come, we'll get it mounted, it'll take us half an hour, it'll be a lovely job. And then we'll have the camera up here on this screen and it'll be beautiful. But we're going power hour in, I'll get set up and I'll show you what we're at. It's only just, although it looks dry on top, it's luckily, if you were trying to power hour these ready for cereals, I think you'd have a bit of a job on your hand. It's only just going down. We've got a bit of dust flying, I'm happy. When you see the dust flying, you know it's all right. But the trick with grass is the grass only grows in the very top inch, so you don't need to work 6 inches of dirt. You know, so we've, if you look in my mirrors, I've got them pointed at the power harrow. I've got the levelling boards just off level with the field so it can flow underneath the power harrow nice. And it's doing a pretty decent job actually. I'm quite happy. Nice and level. And I think this might change. I think we're on to drill it tomorrow with grass like we did the other. It's all come out of the ground the other. I will show you the other bit we did the other day. Farmer's found some boxes in there for me, nice one. Yeah, he was quite keen to show me them. Yeah, you do your best to try and get it all perfect. Look at the state of me. Chalk, it's just putting machinery on. The moment you start putting machinery on, you just get absolutely caked. Right, anyway, this is a pretty simple job. The trick is to have the harrow level. You can adjust the rollers. So it's just, yeah, we're only just the right side of dry, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we wouldn't want it any wetter, that's for sure. Right, we should be able to pick her up. We should hear the harrow go off, lovely. Turn her around on the headland to carry the weight. you know, headlands have their place for a lot of different things. Hedge trimming, Keithy can, well, I don't know if Keithy's doing these ones, but when we're doing our own, you know, the tractor is, I've turned the wrong way there. Should have gone the other way. When I put the power harrow down now, it should start up, lovely. GPS is engaged, and it just keeps the weight off the field. Anyway, let's see if we can get across at this speed. But it's getting it all down level. It'll bring some of the wet to the top, and then tomorrow it's going to be a nice warm day tomorrow. It's warm out there as well, so it's all drying, and it should be a nice job for tomorrow. We'll get the drill through it tomorrow. It'll grow, it'll be fine. Plenty of moisture in the soil, nice and warm. That seed will be out the ground by next week. Oh dear, Ollie's over in this field. He is ploughing up. I think there's somebody next door. Yeah, they got a lad next door doing the same job as me in there. They want this one planted, they want that one planted, so they got a bit to do over the weekend, and I think we're going to give them a hand getting it done. So pretty boring job this one. I'll be out in this field all day and probably into the afternoon. 70 acres this one. I'll do all your up and down work and then go once round on the last once round on the outside. Job done, easy peasy. The top 2 inches of soil now is damp enough, so, and it doesn't dry overnight, not like it does in the summer, you know, and you can lose an inch of rain overnight in the summer, but you get to these short days and all of a sudden it takes 3 days to dry. So yeah, the rougher you leave it, the drier it becomes, but it'll be fine. We'll get this down. By the time we get here tomorrow, it'll dry, and we'll start this then with the drill. Everything will be fine, it'll be perfect, so I'm not worried at all. Bit of trash on top, but that'll be all right. The worms will pull that in, that'll disappear, that won't be an issue. Yeah, right, anyway, we drilled these with barley. They didn't do very well. The drought just killed the job on that. We had this one, the one next door actually as well, so we're quite familiar with these ones, but the drought killed them, and there was a bit of corn, you know, it wasn't a dead loss, but it's just a shame, you know, and I think the guys had some straw out of it, so they were pretty happy. So yeah, just the way it goes on a drought year. You know, you do 10 years in a row, you'll get 1 year like that, so that's the way it is. What else, what have we been doing? Hopefully later, if I've got time and we're done, I want to get the tractor blown off. I want the windows washed. It's a bit of a state at the minute, but we've been cracking on with yeah, a load of other stuff. We've been on the flail most of the week, and doing a nice job with that actually. With any job, whatever you're doing, because you put all your width and stuff in, and your speed and your direction, you can have the display, and this changes every time you change your implement. So when I put the drill on, these bits of information might be a little bit different, but you can choose anything, whatever you want. When I click on the plus, there's multiple different things I can choose, of bits of information, whatever you want to know. But the main ones, top one there is the engine power, how much engine power you're using. So we're using about 60% power. Our PTO speed is 1,000. Our engine revs, we're on eco, so we're only at 1,500 revs, so we're quite eco at this point. 7k, we do 4 hectares an hour, and that is using 20 litres yeah, 20 litres an hour. So yeah, just nice little bits of information there. You know, some people say they, you know, don't really mean nothing, but it's just nice to have, you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. But you can change that per implement. So every time I come to the power harrow, it'll give me all those little bits of information every time. So it's quite nice. When we change on the drill tomorrow, I press my button there, change to the drill, and it will set me up. It will set me PTO speed up. It will set my hydraulics up. It will set me timers up. And yeah, basically all stuff that takes time setting up individually if you didn't have a little profile for it. So I really like that on these screens. Farmer's back at home. He is changing tyres on tractors, so everything's getting big tyres again now. We're not going to change the tyres on this 710 to 800. You're not going to gain a lot. With these being low pressure tyres, we can actually run them lower pressures than we would our 800s and get about the same footprint. So we're not going to mess about changing tyres on here. We are going to probably have the centres changed in the wheels, just to push them out to the mudguards. If you look at the mudguard, you can either have them stuck out by 2.5 inches or they're 2 inches in. So we're going to have them changed. We'll get there's a guy up the, he's not up the road, he's a bit far from us, Sam Morton. Most people probably know him anyway. They deal with wheels and tyres, so we'll get it changed and get the stance right on this thing, and we'll do that over winter. We're not going to mess about doing that before winter, but they will just simply, they will cut out the centre, move it wherever you want. You tell them which way you want it moved, and yeah, we might have it so the valves on the outside nice and easy to get at. So we've got a bit of fiddling there, but that's a winter job. We'll get we've got some spare wheels and tyres in the shed to stick it on while we wait for that. So anyway, the 8S will get us 900 tyres. That will go on 900s. The little 16 there, that will go on 800 tyres. Farmer's sprayer is already on wide tyres, 800s, and this tractor's on 710s all the time. So yeah, I actually quite prefer these are lovely tyres. We like them, but at the moment they're too far in, and it just brings even more other problems you don't realise, because when you're towing trailers and stuff like that, a drawbar then gets close to the tyres. So this swings and roundabouts really. You know, if you have them out wide, you're clipping the curbs. So yeah, you can't win at the minute, but we are going to change them over the winter. We'll get the stance better. They only need moving two inches that way, and the plates, how we've got them, there's no other adjustments, so it's too far in or too far out. So there we go, that's how it goes, isn't it? But Farmer's back there, he's fiddling with those. He will make sure they're all torqued up. He will make sure they're not going to fall off, I hope, anyway. Yeah, we've learnt our lesson on that one last year, and yeah, we come to the conclusion that I think it just got missed. I think we just missed that side torquing it, because yeah, just human error on that one. So yeah, we've now put these little directional things on the wheels, so hopefully we don't get that wrong again. And that's not a bad thing to have on, because it does tell you if wheels are coming undone or whatnot. But yeah, anyway, I'm comfortable in here. I've got plenty to go at. We're going to be in there a while. Been a bit of a morning, if you can imagine. I have mistakenly forgotten to put my marker down for the first few 100 yards along here, which is handy, isn't it? But that doesn't matter, because we are going to give ourselves a new line. We're going to put the boundary line in. We want 1, 2, 3, 4 segments, otherwise it will give us 10 lines. Improve segment layout, we do not want that on, we turn that off. Okay, lovely. Right, get ourselves somewhere close here. Right, there we go. Right, this is called Wayline Assist. So this, I'm hoping, is going to put us on the right angle to draw. So what we did first, I didn't record it because it's yeah, I'm just still learning it now. This is the first time using it while drilling. I've just remembered to put my marker down here at this point. If I hadn't got this function, I would have had to guess, because there weren't a lot in the field to look at. So anyway, we're going to have the tractor draw the do all the headland work as well as the inside work. We'll just adjusted our calibration a little bit because we were running slightly heavy. So we're curving round to the left now, so the tractor knows how far the drill is out behind us, and it has to accommodate for that. So the further the curve, and it just makes sure that you're not overlapping this side, because the drill will be further that side than it is this side. But the tractor does all the compensating for that. It knows where the drill is, how wide it is, and where to drive for that. And then when we come up to the end here, I'll put you back on my head for a second. I've got a lot to watch. I've got to make sure the fan speed's on. I've got to make sure we're, yes, everything's correct. But it all starts with a boundary. So we've drawn out a boundary. From that we can make sure our seed rate is right. And then I still use my marker just in case something's not right. Get tractor near the marker, put the drill down. And the tractor should do the rest. So yeah, this is the first time I've used it. This is Harry's field. We spent all day yesterday with the power harrow. Young Andrew gave me a hand just on the last little bit. I have used this function once before at home and it worked very well, so I'm happy to use it. We'll use it while we're drilling. We're going to be moving on. It's going to be a bit mad this week. I think we've got some rain coming tomorrow, but if we can get to it, we're going to go on to the barley later on. I've got a lot of changes to make because we're set for grass, so I've got to get all the depth for everything set differently for, we want to be about 1.5 inches deep for barley, out the way of all the pre-emergence farmer will put on and blah blah blah. But with grass, we're holding our tram lines, so we put a hold on the tram lines. That means all the spouts will deliver seed, and you only tram line when you want to drive in the crop for spraying and stuff like that. Yeah, tractor's driving us around the field. You don't want to take over this. If the tractor's doing it, you want the tractor to do it, because every single time it will do the same thing every time. So you don't want to then take over manually and then press the GPS button, because you'll leave a gap, because it's not what the tractor was going to drive. So if you're doing it, you're doing it, and if you're manually doing it, you've got to manually do it all. So a bit of advice there, because you'll never drive in the exact same place the GPS wants to drive in. I don't know what's going to do here. We've got a little bit of a... I'm hoping it's not going to change anything. Will steer us, will steer us round. So to set this up, first you drive your boundary, and then once you've got your boundary in there, you go to your plus icon, your line icon, and then there's when you have to obviously speak to your dealer first. They'll come out and install it on there for you. This one to me is the one that I wanted the most. The U-turn stuff, yeah, very clever. I quite like it. We'll use it in the summer, not so much in the winter, not so much while drilling. Very clever as it is. Yeah, probably won't use that one so much as I will this one. The tractor should draw us right up to the edge, like that. Turn ourselves back around. Put the drill down. And then the GPS takes over again. There's a few different options with this, and it's just figuring out what everything does to get it right. With the way I drill, I want all the lines to cross, but you can have it so that the lines join up to the next line, and then it starts pulling you in the corners, so you just take over in the corners for that. But I've got it set differently today, so it won't do that. It will just cross on the corners, which is how I wanted it. But yeah, super happy, doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Couldn't wait for this. And yes, we've reset all our counters as well. So at the bottom here, this is how much we've worked, how many hectares we've worked. 1.5 hectares. Calculates that from everything you put in the drill, your width, your speed, everything. So and it does it on the worked area, so it's the bit that the drill's putting it down. So the marked area on the field, I only mark fields when I need to, like when I'm drilling, so it'll tell me exactly how much we've drilled out. We've drilled out 1.5 hectares. I've put 20 bags in. That'll give me 40 acres worth, so I've got to work that out quick in hectares. And then when I get somewhere close, I'll have a look in the seed tank. I have got the new drill is coming. It's really annoying because if it wasn't going to come, I'd have plugged my camera in. Everything works, but I don't want to drill new holes in this drill and then it end up having loads of holes before the new drill gets here. So I've just left it for now, but it would have been really handy to have the camera in there working. But we are going to get it in the new drill ready to go. It's all ready. We've just got literally 2 bolt holes. Bring the cable outside, easy. So yes, anyway, in a minute I'm just going to do a depth control. Get out and check the depth. With grass seed, you're just putting it into the top. I can see we're doing a nice job. We're not bringing up any wet. It's doing a lovely job. So anyway, we're coming up to the corner again. I just want to get out and make sure the drill's running level. So it should bring us, oh, that's exactly how I want it. Perfect, like that. We turn ourselves back. I'm only using the marker just in case everything goes tits up, so I still know where to drive. So we'll just let the GPS do it. If I was drilling this normally, I would already do me putting me straight line in and overlapping. Because we're drilling grass, it doesn't matter where it goes, the straight line. But because we're letting the tractor drill the headland, we've got to let the tractor do all 4 sides. So, and then when we come to, we're going to go 6 times round just to leave ourselves enough space to turn. It's just easier. You just have a little bit more time to turn around, get everything where you want it, and then put the drill down. Yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, couldn't be happy with this. I will explain as we go on a bit further, and I drill out a few more fields whilst using it. I will show you exactly how to use it, because I don't show. I'm a bit rubbish at showing everybody how to use this stuff. But we've got our PTO speed here. I love having this. It tells me that my fan's running. So I've got it on the dash down here, I've got it up here on this dash, and I've got it on this dash down here. So I cannot have any excuse for not running the fan. If you don't run the fan, the metering system meters out all the seed into the cut below, and it doesn't blow it up the spout and out the thing. And I've done it. I've had it. Farmer said it will happen, and it did happen. And that's what it is. So we've got 50% engine usage. We've got 11k, 18 litres an hour, 3% wheel slip. We can actually improve that by putting our 4-wheel drive in. That will get our speed up to 12. No wheel split now. We are doing about 5.5 hectares an hour, and we've covered 1.8 hectares so far. So there we go. Pretty cool. All that stuff is really helpful to me. I'll get to about 30 acres, have a little look in. You're always listening. You can just hear the faint tap of the seeds going up the mushroom. We calibrated a bit lighter this time. With Harry's other grass fields, we calibrated at 12, and it ran a little bit fast. So we are calibrated at about 11 point, well, not we, well, we're calibrated at 11.4 this time. Right, third time round. And if we want to know how big our field is, we go into our fields. 28.6 hectares, that's how big the worked area is of this field. Just following the line for a minute. Learn as you go with this stuff all the time. You know, it's my first real go using it, and you don't really learn it until you make a few mistakes or see what the computer's doing or whatnot. But anyway, it's drilling really nice. I hope the guys might be able to get out here this afternoon and roll it. Heavy showers coming tomorrow. We would like to be drilling barley tomorrow if we could. We'll see how we go here when we get on our straight line work. We will see. Yeah, we will just see how we go. If we're in good time tonight, we'll go out and make a start. We'll get one field drilled. But yeah, we're going to be marking out all the fields as we go. This one tells me the inner part, the worked part, is 70.6 hectares, and we've got enough bags to cover 76 hectares. 76 acres, sorry, 76 acres is the worked. 70.6 is the worked area of the field. We've got enough bags for 76 acres. So, and we were running a little bit fine at 12. So we've reduced our rate to 11.4. We should be somewhere close, within a bag, I would say. So Harry might have a bag left over, I'm hoping. Yeah, so I've got enough seed in my hopper to do 16 hectares. So when we get to 14, I will have a little peek in there, see what we got left, and if it all works out the same, the computer tells me right, everything's putting on the right amount. So yeah, you're always doing loads of little calculations as you go. Worked area versus the size of the field versus your seed rate, versus how much you put in. And then yeah, so it just keeps you right before you make a mistake that you can't put right. It'll be a good job, it'll be a done job. We've got good weather all day today. Then we've got some showers coming through tomorrow. Sunday looks a little bit showery, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday looks good, so we'll definitely be drilling those days. But I don't know when they're going to bring this drill. It's going to be I guarantee it's going to be right when you want to be using it. Farm will go mad, I know he will. Anyway, we're on 5th time round. On the next time round, I'll get to this corner, and then I'll change my guidance line to a straight line. I'll show you that, and then the rest is pretty easy from there. No poles or anything to watch out for in here, so it's going to be lovely, lovely, easy work. Just keep checking everything, keep monitoring everything, make sure nothing's falling off, whatnot. Yeah. But love this guidance line thing around the headland. That is going to be, yeah, that's going to be brilliant. I'm just going to show you what I do here. So we're just doing our last time round. So this will be pass number 6. We'll just give ourselves a little bit bigger headland to turn on, just so yeah, it's not so tight this time. And it's no issues. You can go round and round with grass. It doesn't matter, you know. You can do it however you want to do it. But right, anyway, we are just in a bit there. So now we're going to change onto a different line. So we're going to go press. Oh, need to cancel that. So we're going to go onto our folder. Our AB lines, that should, no, folder, lines. Here we go. Those 3 will be deleted. That's me messing about. This top one is our straight line. We'll press OK. That gives us a straight line now. And literally, we want to plonk ourselves so we don't leave a strip anywhere. We want to plonk our bonnet somewhere to the left hand side of the mark at the top. And then we hit the middle button here. That's going to shift the line over. Hit the guidance. Down goes the drill. And then we're double drilling this side. But when we get to the other end, we'll cut ourselves a straight line across the field, because it's not dead straight, the edge of the field. And hopefully, by the time we get to the other side, we're not the right hand side of the mark. And then we'll have a perfect straight line coming off this one. You always have to double drill a tiny bit. If you had sectional control with spout control in the drill, the spouts would shut off. Those spouts over there would be shutting off. And it always makes me nervous. It's fine at the minute, we're only double drilling a tiny bit, but I can see a little bit coming in a bit further up. As long as we don't venture to the right hand side of the mark, you know you've done it pretty good. And the mark is obviously coming over now, so we're going to be, yeah, somewhere close. But when you're at the other end of the field, it's quite tricky to try and gauge how far over you need to be. We're going to be about right, I think. I'm happy with that still double drilling some. Yeah, you never really know how much to overlap, and it's getting it, you know, having it tight but not too tight that you miss some. And if you miss, then you've got to drill a whole drill width to cover in that tiny little bit. But it looks like we're going to be all right here, so that's good. And now we literally just fill the field in, up and down, up and down. We'll be out here for a little while. We've done 5 hectares so far. So yeah, when we get to I think I've got 16 hectares in there, so when we get to about 14, 15, we will be checking the seed hopper to see how much we got in there. We did that about perfect there. And then pick the marker arm up, pick the drill up, turn ourselves around. We don't, after what I did with it the other day, I know I haven't got to use my markers, so get somewhere close. Make sure the drill is down. There we go, simple as that. We'll fill it in now, and hopefully we don't run out of seed. While we're doing this for Harry, the guys back home, Keithy and Farmer's been chucking a load of TSP, phosphate, going into the seed bed of the winter crops. It's just like a soil-based food for the plant. It's not like a growth enhancer. It's more like quality of plant, you know, food for the plant. Keithy's on the Cultimax. He's yeah, getting the seed bed ready for possibly later on, depending on how we go here. And Farmer is just going just before him with wheel. That's what you get when you have camera in one hand. Farmer's just ahead of him with the third spinner on the 7716, chucking some fert on. Keithy cultivates it in, we put the seed in the ground, and it'll be a good job. But we are facing rain again tomorrow, so we will just see how we go here. I think we've got Ollie next door with his trailed horse drill. He's planted some grass as well. I don't know where he is, he's behind the edge somewhere, but he's out there. He was ploughing out here yesterday. So it's all going on today. Got to make most of the weather. You know, between you, it's not raining, you've got to be working, you've got to be doing it. Oh, it's going to be the end of the day, end of the video, end of everything. It's 6 o'clock at night. We've finished the field. What's that, Matt? Why are you still drilling through the centre of the field, you ask? Oh, well, you see, on one of these passes I ran out of seed, and I don't know which pass it was. So I filled in 2 that I thought it was, and I've got a tiny bit of seed left over, and I think I'd rather have a green strip than a brown strip. So we're just putting, just running out the last of the seed. We've got a spare bag here, so I'm happy. We haven't put too much on. Got another spare bag over there, so we're within 2 bags. That's it's not easy to get it right, especially over a big acreage. You're just constantly worrying whether you got enough. Are you putting too much on? Have you got enough seed? Oh my god. Anyway, I got to the bottom of one of these passes, looked in the tank, no seed. I knew I had enough seed to get me up to this point, at the very least. And I was looking in, and I had plenty of seed. So I think it ran out on the last pass that I did. But just to be double sure, I'm just running out the last of the seed here. So there might be some double drilled stuff here and the next pass, but I think the 3rd pass, definitely, that's where we ran out. But you can't be 100%, so it's annoying. Anyway, Davo's here, he's on the blue rolls, he is rolling it down. We're going to get some rain tomorrow, so this is a finished job. This went in perfect, so happy. Yeah, I think Harry will be pleased. As long as there's not a great big landing strip in the middle of the field, we'll be all right. But we won't tell Farmer until he sees the video. And I guarantee he'll ask me why there's a big green strip in the middle of that field, and I'll have to hold my hands up at that point. But there we go, we all make mistakes, and if I had my camera I would not have made that mistake. I would have watched the last little bit trickle out, and then I'd have gone and filled up. So I am getting that camera sorted one way or another this week. That is going in whichever drill I'm going to be using, because that is sending me mad now. And not only that, I've been in and out the cab. I reckon I would have gone home at 5 o'clock if I hadn't had to keep getting in and out, checking the seed, because you just don't know, because you run the seed alarm. You don't run a seed alarm when you're doing grass. I reckon I've wasted an hour just getting in and out the cab looking in for seed. So yeah, gonna get that camera sorted, and happy days. Anyway, there we go. Thanks very much for watching. We'll come back to this, we'll come and have a walk around it when it's all out and green. That's it, that's gonna do us. I'm gonna take Harry's seat back to him, and yeah, happy. Shut the apps off, turn the fan off, lift the drill up a bit. Done job. That field is 70 acres and it has taken, yeah, 6-7 hours. So, but I could have done it an hour quicker, I reckon. Anyway, right, we'll pick it up tomorrow. We're going to go back now, get the drill sorted, blow all the grass seed out, get everything greased up for tomorrow, lower the drill down deep so we can get the seed under about 1.5 inches. Yes, and by that point I imagine it's going to be dark, because it's yeah, the nights are drawing in. But if Farmer wants us to go and drill a field, we will. Yeah, we'll pick it up in the morning and see how we go. Right, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.